4 young Australians on holiday in Europe.
Yeah, there's the hand signal there. You know where this is going.
What happened in Nice shocked the world, and 2 of our own hit by the terrorist truck, young backpackers Adelaide Stratton and Marcus Anderson.
All I'd seen was Adelaide lying face down, and I wasn't sure if she was alive or dead.
This is Adelaide's story. She was my son's babysitter. She's the daughter of a great friend of mine, Chantel.
I look like a menace. You know why?
I mean, it's bad enough seeing your little girl who you packed off on an exciting holiday.
Now, on the left there is Chris Barth, looking not very glamorous, but she presents the Sunday night show on Channel 7, and this got aired earlier this year. And this is supposedly them back, shortly after the Nice attack with Adelaide. Now, what are the chances that one of the 4 or 5 victims in that attack, the Australian victims, one of them just happens to be not just an acquaintance, but a very, very close friend and associate? She was babysitter to Chris Barth's son. And her very good friend Chantel, she's the mother of the victim. I mean, what are the chances? And look, this is supposedly they're all traumatised, and yet this was shown 2.5 years later. What? Did they know they're going to show this 2.5 years later? Why have they got her telling a story with Chris Barth watching? What a load of rubbish.
Bad enough seeing her in such agony and...
I'm okay now.
I know.
I'm okay.
Adelaide appears in various hospitals and in medical situations and scenarios, and appears to have some injuries. Now, that could either be makeup and prosthetics, or she might have actually, been in a skiing accident or even a car accident. But what we do know is she was not hit by a truck in a terrorist attack.
It's a story of courage and love. And the Frenchman who saved a young stranger's life.
And with a lot of this terror garbage, you've got to have the hero. We need to have a feel-good story. First, to try and make it seem like it's actually happened and is believable, but also, they like to value add the emotion to rope people into this rubbish. And we know they're acting straight away just with this scene here, because can anyone explain why there's 2 cameras capturing this one hug? This angle and this angle. Now, unless it's one cameraman and they're hugging forever and they're going around getting different shots, well, shouldn't we be able to see the other cameraman or camera person taking the vision from the previous shot on the other side of this one? Because it was showing his face, and on the other side is his face. Oh, no. This is all okay. And action with the director. And when the scene's finished, and cut.
So why did you stay?
Je ne pouvais pas la laisser seule.
I just couldn't leave her on her own.
Et elle n'avait pas envie non plus que je m'en aille.
And she didn't want me to go anyway.
And here's this actor just continuing to read his lines. Now, there was supposedly 85 victims, and what they do is they make a lot of the victims are from all over the world, because the laws that they bring are imposed all over the world. So they need to involve people, because they can't hold a truck attack in every single country. They hold it in this one, in France, and then they include all the other countries by having their victims. And all over the world, exact bullshit stories like this are being told, and laws are being brought in all of those countries. Now, this show it's a 40-minute show, and there's just so many instances where I've already shown how, why is their cameras catching everything? There's heaps of moments like that. There's changes in stories that they say happens, they say happened in this one, that when you look back at the news clippings couldn't possibly have happened. I'm going to do a breakdown of all of that. But when I look at the views, like with typical, YouTube viewer habits, as we all do, we watch a video till we get the gist, and we might hang on till the end, but a lot of times you'll sort of bail once you've sort of got the message and go on to the next video. So with this one goes for about 40 minutes, the show itself. So to break it down would just go on for a long time. And there's lots more instances where they've got cameras set up. in advance, like, you know, again, they were always going to plan to make a TV show? There's lots more of those, and there's also instances where they what they say happened, you know, 2 years later doesn't match with the news stories at the time. There's quite a few of those things. A lot of indicators in this one that this little story with Adelaide is absolutely load of bullshit. So I'm going to break it up into make this one into a series. So that way I can upload it later on, and people will, you know, have 3 or 4 minutes to spare. They can then just watch that, and then, you know, a couple of days later I'll upload another one, and then people can sort of watch it as well. Because otherwise, you'll miss a lot of, I think, is sort of the real proofs that this was absolute bullshit. So, all right, that's it for this one.